Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday night Livery Designer stream. Hope everybody's had a lovely day. How are we all doing? Everybody had a nice day? I hope it's been kind. Can I just get a quick sound check? Make sure you can all hear me all right and it's nice and clear. No echoes. Evening. Hear me loud and clear. Excellent. Audio up a bit. You want me turned up a tiny bit more, should we? How's that? It's a little bit louder. Don't want to be too loud. Well, I hope everybody's got a cup of tea ready. I have. And we'll get on with another livery designer. I asked in the chat for some suggestions. And some people recommended the London Overground. So I might give that a go because it actually looks like quite a nice one to do. But I'll let you guys decide the colour because obviously I can't do it exactly the same. So as we're creating it, you guys can decide what colour we're going to do. There were also a fair few suggestions for a train bow. Now, I know that this one doesn't have a train bow on it, or I assume it doesn't have a train bow on it, unless I'm mistaken. But we can try to put a train bow on it, see how it would look if they did have one. And yeah, I did see the Merseyrail suggestion. At some point, I might do that one, definitely. So there is currently a thread on the forums for suggestions you'd like for this stream. If you have something you'd like to see me create, head over to the forums, put your suggestion in there, and I'll make a note of it for future streams. So, I will get on with it. Let's go. Michael said, you've got a cup of coffee. Any type of hot beverage is fine. Any type of hot beverage is fine. Now, I'm going to have to look at a picture for reference because there's two different shapes. Which one do you recommend I do? The one with like the curved front or the like the boxy one? Livery editor. The box. If we do the boxy one, that would be... I could use the 465 again, couldn't I? Because it's quite boxy. Actually, it's probably a better one. What do you recommend? What train do you recommend I use for this one? Sort of. What do you reckon? $377. 377. Everyone's saying 377. Let's have a look for the 377 then. Yeah, 377. This one. Do a Thameslink livery. I'll have a look at that one as well. Hold on. Thameslink livery. Oh wow. I just looked up one and it's come up with like a huge rainbow over it. But yeah, I'll do the London Overground and then we'll see if we can get a train bow on it. See if that works. All right. Create new. Let's call this London Overground. And has anybody had a chance to have a go on the Livery Designer themselves since the previous stream? Have you had a practice? Did you have anything you struggled with? Did it all go exactly to plan? Let me know. What was it like? What was your experience like? Did you struggle? Did you need help? Oh, I see why you suggested this one. That's a good shout. Merseyrail said I've been playing on it a lot and it's been easier to control since using it. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. So we've got the yellow front. I remember for the last one, for the previous stream, it took me ages, didn't it, to get the front right, but it did look better when I messed around with the shapes a bit. So I think I'm going to do that again today. We can't have yellow on the front. We can have a different colour though, so it's up to you lot to decide what colour you'd like instead of yellow on the front. I'm just going to change the background. I like the black background, it's easier. Orange, Moggy, you think orange? I could do like a pale... Wait, isn't it already an orange on the other one? I could do like a pale orange. Pink for Matt. Pink on the front, alright. Why am I not surprised you suggested pink? Natalie, do I know when the livery editor will be finished? I'm still waiting for a lot of British locomotives. No, I don't have an exact time frame of when it'll be finished. But it is being worked on. Oh, there's a lot of red as well. Red or pink? Ooh. If we do, we have to include some pink somewhere. So if we could do maybe a pink front and perhaps red doors. I can't do a yellow front because it would be too similar to the existing one. The pictures, the stuff I create has to be... I can't copyright it, basically. So the one I made last time was a Northern Rail one, and it looked a bit like a refresher towards the end of it. Pink. Okay, we're going to go for a pink front. And what I'll do is, as well, I'll colour this bit in black. And I'll try and put... Well, I'll do this bit here in black, and then I'll do the rest of it in the pink. Let's see how this goes. So be aware, I'll probably make a few mistakes while I'm going along with it. Usually I have to get a bit of an idea in my head. Play about with it a lot. That's my advice for anybody using this. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Alright, let's go... Wrong way. Let's go. There we go. Yep. Place. I made something the other day, and I managed to use up all 300 layers. It was insane. At some point you will see it, and I hope you will like it. But yeah, 300 layers. And I still wanted more. I used 300 and I still wanted more than 300. When are you going to use a PlayStation controller? I could use it now. I'll tell you what, before the end of the stream, I'll plug my PlayStation controller in. See? Got it here. And we'll see how it goes. I'll do the other side of the train with the PlayStation controller. Okay, let's go pink. Now, what kind of pink do you want? Do you want like a bright pink, or do we want a faded pink? What do we think? I mean, the yellow would be very bright, so I think it should be quite a bright pink. Shocking pink. Yeah, what? Okay, hold on. Let's go for a nice... That is a painful colour of pink, right? That one? That hurt. That's enough to hurt our eyes. Magenta. Yes. Oof. That is painful. Right. Why is there a limit to the amount of layers you can place? So the reason there's a limit to the layers is actually because if you weren't planning on using it on the game, you could have as many layers as you wanted, like unlimited. But as soon as you start to play with your updated livery on the game. If you have too many layers, it would affect your frame rate because you've just got so much going on. So 300 is about the maximum we can allow before you start to experience performance issues. But yeah. Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, last time I did this, it did that. That's what I didn't want it to do. Place. Actually, let's move it up. I'm gonna make it bigger, and then I'm gonna put it behind the little black bit again in a minute. Let's have a look. The gangway on the 377 reminds you of a coffin ship. Oh, I'm never going to be able to unsee that now. I see what you mean. And it's gone down the side again. So you just be aware that unfortunately I don't have the time to spend being overly detailed with this. So there are some things that might not be 100% accurate, because otherwise we'd be here all night having me move it millimeter by millimeter until I was satisfied. But I'll try to do my best, basically. There goes better. Shape. Let's go for. What shape do I want on the top? I want this, but highlight, like filled in. Mike said you're too impatient to design your own trains. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice. Right, yeah, the semicircle could work. The semicircle could work. Let's try this one. And then I could fill in the gap. That could work. Let's try that. Move it around. And then I'll stretch it as well. Looks quite funny just popping up there. Don't worry, J4V, if you can't watch all of the stream tonight, it will get uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you don't have to watch it all this evening. Okay, let's go bigger. Move it down slightly. How does that look on the sides? I don't like that bit there, but when I paint the rest of the train and stuff, I'll make it go away, because I think on this one, yeah, there's a bit of the colour on the side as well. So I'll put more pink on this side as well. Okay, place, add a new shape. Let's fill it in. Let's go for that one. Later in the stream, will there be any gameplay? Yeah, I can try and do some gameplay depending on how much time we've got. I think that's the thing I always end up missing out on, because I spend so much time fiddling about with little details, and then I never had time to actually show you what it looks like in the game. So yeah, that is something I will definitely try to do tonight. Let's go there. Let's go up a little bit. Alright. It's looking decent. So the other colour it would be is normally blue on the bottom. I'll worry about that in a moment. I'm going to do the sides now. and the top a bit more. But I'm doing separate shapes because if I tried to make this square any larger, it has a lovely habit of going down the side, and I haven't figured out how to stop that yet. You like the pink? It's a shame the operators hadn't tried it. Yeah, I know, they're missing a trick here. Definitely. Right, let's go for this shape here. What livery am I making? So I'm making a version, should we say, of the London Overground, but in the untraditional colours. Yes, this is the bright pink version. Where's that gone now? Where's my shape gone? I've lost my shape. Is it in the gap? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oops. Let's move it along. And let's make this a bit bigger. Go here. Not sure I like this shape at the moment. We'll see. Shit, I've been wondering if I should have gone square actually. I think I'm going to change it. Place. Decals. Shape. Square. Select. Let's make it smaller. So if there's anything you want me to answer or anything I'm particularly good at, I'm particularly good at anything you're struggling with, anything you think I could help with, anything you want me to try out, let me know and I'll give it a go. Let's go up, up, up. And then let's go a bit chubbier. And then move it. Who did the Russia background? That wasn't me. That's our very talented art team. Okay, pretty happy with that. Looking at it, looking at the picture, yeah, it comes to like the door, doesn't it? And then the first door stays the white, and then the rest change. And you can also choose. I will let you guys choose the color, the background color of the train as well, because it can't stay white. Let's see if we can make it go higher without ruining it. I'm on the wrong one. Let's go. Okay. And then I should, if the stars align, be able to project it to the other side now. Hey. So that's worked quite nicely. We've got the front there. And that's actually a lot smoother than last week's as well, if looking at it. Quite happy with that. Yeah, so. Yeah, unfortunately, Anime, I can't help you with your tax returns, but if you have any questions about creating liveries, I'll see what I can do. So what colour would everybody like on the base of the train? It can't be white. So I'll let you all decide what colour you'd like. Black? Black could work. It might go a bit too dark though with the frames on the windows. Yellow. Yellow could work. Blue. 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 Everyone's saying blue. Okay, we'll do blue. If we do a blue base, Then you need to decide what colour doors and like the bottom here you'd like. But yeah, we'll do a blue. Just place that. Go back. Paint. What kind of blue does everybody want as well? Like a dark blue or a very light blue? Could do sky blue or like an electric-y blue. Sky blue. Okay, let's do a sky blue. Oof, that is an offensive colour, isn't it? Might go lighter. What do we reckon about that kind of blue? Do we like that one? Darker blue. If we go too dark, it actually... Oh, that's hard to look at. Don't think I could do it that kind of blue because it hurts my eyes. It looks nice though. Okay. We'll do the nice painful one. Okay. Let's go for that one. That is quite a nice blue actually. But honestly, if I look at that for too long... Oh. Right. Now on to the doors. Should I do the doors in like a different shade of pink, do you think? The other blue was better. You like the other blue more? Bit of a lighter blue. Okay, we'll go for a lighter blue. Oh. Rats. Okay. Normally, every time I do that, I end up clicking out of it by mistake. Okay, let's go for a different blue. Let's go for a brighter blue. What about that one? That's quite nice, right? That's quite a nice blue. That's a much nicer one. Alright, we'll do that one. It's less painful on the eyes. And some of you are saying that the doors should be the same colour, but then some of the images I'm looking at, they're different. Should they be the same or the different? Yeah, it is a nice blue. Darker pink colours. Okay. Different shade of blue on the doors. So looking at the pictures, so this is like your base colour. And then the doors are like the front is a yellow, and then the doors are like an orangey colour, which just look like a slightly darker shade of the yellow, if I'm being honest. Same colour as the front. Okay, we'll do a pink, but maybe a slightly darker pink. So I will copy it, edit it, change the colour. I need to move it actually. Some companies paint different coloured doors to comply with disability and accessibility regulations. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to move this. That's more like a purple than a pink, no? Actually, a light purple could work though, couldn't it? Should we try a varying purple? Let's try that. Is that 375 or the 377? This is the 377. Alright. Let's go chubby. Chubbier. I'm gonna have to change the colour because it's gone all funky because of the blue. I blame the blue. The other purple. Yeah, I'm gonna change that colour because I'm not happy with that at the moment. That needs moving slightly. That's what the problem is. There. And then let's go. I always push the wrong buttons. There we go. And it needs to be moved ever so slightly. To the left. There we go. Right, let's change this colour because it's ugly. Oh, what do we think about that purple? I quite like that purple. Do we like that purple? Evening, evening. Not too bad, not too bad. Go slightly brighter. Let's confirm that. Let's see how it looks with the other one. Oh, you see it looks quite nice with the pink on the front as well. I quite like that together. That's a nice, it's quite a nice colour. Right. Let's put it on the other side. It should have done it. Anyway, let's have a look. Alright, lovely stuff. And place, copy, edit. Switch it over to the other door. Now I need to remember how to copy this over to the next carriage. I figured it out last week and I've forgotten it this week. And there we go. That's all right. Now the bottom here, I'm going to change the colour of. Ideally, it needs to go along all across the bottom. And there should be like a little stripe. Ooh, that's going to be quite challenging to achieve. Okay, I think I can do that. Let's see. What colour should we do on the bottom? Could do white. Place. Copy to other cars. This car. Ah! I'm a silly back. I've completely forgotten how to get to the other car now. Right. Not that. This one. No. Oh, it is just the doors I need to change, isn't it? Losing my mind. This car. This car. This car. Is there another car? There is no other car. Back. And then do paint. Yeah, just the painful blue. That's the nice blue. Confirm. Paint. Ah. How many times am I going to click the wrong colour blue? Okay, there we go. And then let's go back to the front car. And then I'll copy that over for the other side. Let's see, what were you saying while I was messing about with the colours and getting it wrong? What am I going to call this livery? I hadn't thought about a name for it really. I just called it the London Overground. But we can think of a name. A turquoise bottom of it. Ooh, that could work. do a row of turquoise, and then yeah, that could work because it has to have the purple for the stripe, and I have an idea how to do the purple stripe. But yeah, it's the rest of it. Okay, we'll do this. We'll try it. We'll see how this goes. This could either work marvelously or dreadfully. So let's add a new shape. Select, go to the front, confirm. Just do a turquoisey blue. But that's quite a nice colour. Confirm. Right. Let's mess about with this. Go down a bit. I keep making liveries that look like sweeties. The stripe is a happy accident. I wondered if it would do it. Right, let's keep that going. So normally that stripe really gets on my nerves, but right now I quite like it because it's doing what I wanted it to do. What I'm also going to do is as well, because obviously it's currently like clipping this paint and this bit here, I'm just going to change the order once I've done all this so that the doors come in front, so then you have like the nice gap. And then it's the same on this one. I'll just put the pink stuff so it shows us on top of that. So it doesn't really matter right now. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But yeah, this stripe is just a happy accident. So I will keep messing with that until I make it a bit bigger. I mean, you could alternatively, obviously this is just a very quick way of getting a stripe down the side instantly, but you could just like make a square a lot longer, or you could use like an I, the letter I, and stretch it out. But this, I might as well use this while it's working. Let's go a bit. Let's have a look at the picture. Don't want it too thick. Let's go about there. And then let's place that. And let's move it up. Ah, you rat. That's typical. Okay. Easy enough to fix. How's it look over there? There you go. See, now I've got my nice stripe. Should it be on this door as well? Yeah. Yeah, let's place that and move. And then let's copy. Actually, no, let's make a new one. Shape. Square. So, front. Let's make that a bit smaller because you can see the pink on the edges. There we go. Yeah, the stripe along the side, it is quite nice, isn't it? Like, considering how normally that would drive me insane, because I don't like it that it does it, it's just made making the stripe that is intentionally supposed to be on the side a lot easier to achieve. So I'm quite happy with that. Now I am going to end up adding more to it anyway, because obviously there's still quite a lot of the coach to go. But yeah, happy days. Place. Right, let's add another one. What I'm probably going to do here is use this, select, confirm it, change the colour to the blue, and let's rotate it. How do I make long stripes? I'm about to show you how I make long stripes. So that is the letter I. Go to the number 2 cog and press W to make it go longer and longer and longer. And even if you had the gradient, actually you could do it with the square. If you had the gradient, you could make it into like a rectangle and you could keep doing the gradient. But this is how I make the long stripe. And I'll do the same again here, where I'll let it cut across the door for now, and then I will make it, I'll put this door in front of the stripe. And I'm just going to try and make it about the same size. So I'm going to move it around. Yeah, the projection I think is already at 100%. I don't think I can actually make the stripe any bigger, or I would. But there you go. You see, you cannot tell where I just added that, really. I mean, you'd have to zoom in an awful lot to see. But if you're particular, you could spend longer on it. And then let's just make that a lot bigger again. And we keep going. And I'm particular now. I want to move it because look, you can see it at the top there and it upsets me. We're going to have to move that. Right. Let's move you ever so slightly. There. No, not there. Make it a bit... There we go. That's better, isn't it? You can't tell now. Actually, I should probably do it further down. Okay, I'm going to move it down. Make it chubbier. No, not make it chubbier because I'm pressing the wrong button. The amount of times I press the wrong button. There. That's about right. What do we think? That looks decent, right? How do I make official logos and branding? So yeah, I don't make official logos and branding because I'm not allowed. It's one of the downsides of me creating these. I'm not actually allowed to do anything official. But I can try to make unofficial logos and stuff. But for things like that, it is just trial and error. Mess around with the shapes and settings and stuff until you get something you like the look of. So I'll place that. And then just move it up one. There we go. So look, how's that look? Okay, that's looking pretty decent. I'm quite happy with that. And then what I'm going to do now is make a very, very small stripe again, but just on top of here with that same purple colour. Can there be something where you can manually type the degree of rotation into the layer you're rotating? That is something I can write down on the suggestions of things you'd like to see. I don't know how plausible it is, but if you do have things you want added to the Livery Designer, do let me know, but I can add that. So type in rotation. I'm like collecting a list of what I think would make it easier things you'd like to see, stuff you'd like to see added, things like that. One of the things I would like are more fonts, because I think we've got one at the moment, and it would be nice to have a range. I also want more sort of fading effects, more gradients, but yeah. Freddie, I made 2 livery designs. What did you make, Freddie? Tell me. An unofficial logo can be a network rail instead of network rail. Yeah, so I can make unofficial ones as long as they're like different colours and different letters, basically. Right. Let's add a new one. Let's copy that. Edit. Change the colour. To purple. Confirm. Place. Move it that way. Then move. And then I should be able to, yes. So that's a nice way of getting a little stripe just like that. So I've done exactly the same thing. I've literally just moved it up a tiny amount. The only problem is, look, can you see that? You can see the gap now. Ah. Right, let's make you smaller then. Haha. So yeah, there's the little stripe, but I think should it be up a little bit more? Let's move it up ever so. That's too much. Let's go about there. Let's go there. And it should be on the other side now as well. Ooh, it's not. That's because I didn't do the thingy. Alright, let's place that. Let's put these two together, group them, edit them, project them, confirm. Let's have a look. There we go, that's better. So that on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is again, so on this bit here, I'm going to copy it again, I think. I've just realised there might be a problem there. We'll see how this works. I think I foresee a potential problem. We'll see if it works. Hopefully there won't be one. Confirm, place. Let's put it, yeah. Then move, edit. And then oh no, I think it's worked. It's a bit, I need to zoom in a bit more because see that drives me crazy. There we go. That bit's not perfect, but let's pretend that's not happening. But yeah, there we got the nice stripe along the side as well. So that's just an easy way to get stripes. Just use the same shape and shift the one at the back up a little bit. Yeah, the 377, it was actually suggested by the chat, and I think it was really good suggestion because it's actually quite a nice one to do. Now, looking at the pictures, I'm trying to find if there's a logo normally. Is it just the London Underground or Overground logo? Because I can do something similar, but just put DTG in it instead of like Underground. I'm making the London Overground livery, but I'm just wondering if there is it just the Overground, the circle with the blue stripe and then Overground? Let's have a look. Logo. Yeah. Not sure where it should go, really. Yes, semi-fictitious. It's sort of a London Overground, but in completely the wrong colours, so I don't get in any trouble. Yeah, I might take it for a spin afterwards as well, just because I keep promising I'll do it and then I never do it. What I will do, though, as promised, is I'll try and do a train bow of sorts. Trying to decide where to put it, though. And what shapes to use, because it was requested for a train bow. Obviously, there aren't any on this. But yeah. It's the orange circle and the blue box. Where does it traditionally go, then? Is it, like, on the front, or is it on the side? On the doors? Can't seem to find a clear picture of where the logo would go. I assume you lot know better than I do. The logo should go on the driver's door under the window. So here. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try putting the logo here. Let's have a look. Right. Shapes. Alright, we'll do the circle. In the middle on the bottom. So is it in the middle or on the door? I really don't know. We'll go for the middle. Heck, I might put it on both. In the middle between the doors. We'll go for here then, shall we? In the middle of the carriage. Okay. It's going to be quite small because of the stripe. And I need it to be a bit chubbier. Oops. Those aren't the buttons I wanted. Trying to think how to make that fatter. I don't think I can. I know. I'm going to change it. Decors, shape. I'm going to go for that one. Select. Oh, what colour should we do? Because obviously I can't use the under... Oh, shall I use the DTG colours? Shall I just use like the blue and the turquoise? I'm going to, for now. If you want a change of colour, put it in the chat. Put no for Nat's Overground. We could do that. And place and then copy shape. Oh no, back. Big. Copy, edit. Change colour. Blue. And then let's make it smaller. And then that looks chunky enough. Is that the kind of chunky we want? Let's have a look at the picture. Do you know, I think it needs to be, I think the circle needs to be a bit fatter again, actually. There, that's better. There. I said I wasn't going to be too fussy, and then I proceed to be incredibly fussy. Let's go for the shape. Let's go for... Actually, let's go for a letter. Let's go for an I. Select. It is a chunky circle. And... go. What are DTG colours? It's hard to decide the colours. I'm gonna go black actually on it. And then let's make it smaller. So it's quite close. And then I'll make it a bit, oops, it's a bit bigger. Obviously this doesn't leave me loads of room for text, so I am going to make it slightly like fatter than I normally would, just because otherwise I'm just not going to have space to write anything on it. Let's place that. And then I'll do the text in white, you see, as the thought. Then add text. We'll do... hopefully it'll let me do it, yes. Let's zoom in a little bit. Copy. Text. Place. Copy. Where's my G? There we go. Spacing is wrong. There. What do we think? So yeah, you can zoom in. If you're using a mouse, right click and just scroll in. So you zoom in and out. It took me ages to get used to it because I kept on going in the wrong direction, or I click. That G looks wrong, doesn't it? Does that G look wonky compared to everything else? But that's the side of it. Oh, I quite like that. That looks pretty decent on the side like that, I must say. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, now I've got the logo in the middle there. What I will try and do is train bow on this side. How to do a train bow. I've never done one. So this is going to end really well or really badly. Wish us luck. Alright. Let's add a new shape. It's going to take me a minute to think about how I want to do this. Could use the half crescent. Let's try it. Trying to do it is going to be quite hard without the ability to blend the colours naturally. Logo on the front of the train. I could put the logo on the front of the train as well. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's try this one. No. Oh, it's quite hard. Can't make my mind up. I'll try this. See how this goes. Confirm. Problem I'm gonna have is obviously it's gonna get clipped by the window, which isn't the end of the world. If I don't figure it out during this stream, I will have a play about with the train bow again. Let's see. Can you add blue flashing lights like the top of the that would be good, wouldn't it? Like red and blue lights. I wish I could. Right, let's have a go. Let's have a look. It's too sharp is the problem. I have a sort of idea. Let's see how this works. I think I know what I'm going to do. Edit, let's go orange. Oops. Edit. Yellow. You'll see where I'm going with this in a second. If all goes to plan. And place. Copy. Edit. Oof, that is an offensive green. Let's go for that one. Bit darker. There. Confirm. Place. Blue is going to be interesting because obviously we've already got a lot of blue. Yeah, it's gonna be, the Go Faster stripe actually turned out quite nicely. Edit, change color. Right, I'm gonna go very dark blue so you can actually see it on here. Confirm. Let's move it slightly. Yeah, that way. Down with it. Let's go. Okay. It doesn't look like much yet, but you'll see what I'm gonna do in a minute, and then you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Unless, of course, it all goes horribly wrong and doesn't end up working the way I intended at all. Let's go a nice bright purple that doesn't match the door. Okay. Confirm. Let's go down a bit. Change it slightly. There. Place. And then let's do one more. Ah. I love clicking on the wrong thing. Edit, and then let's go for pink, everyone's favorite color. Confirm. Alright, so we have our basic rainbow ish, and then what I'm going to do is add a shape. square, select, confirm. And make it longer or smaller even. Place. Let's change the color. Place, confirm. And then let's make another one of these. Every time. Copy, edit. Guess what color it's gonna be? And then confirm. And then when I move it, it should. There. See? And now I've ruined my stripe at the bottom, but I'll sort that. Let's put them together. Yeah, group. And then let's move it. I've forgotten which direction I need to go in. No. There. And move. And there you have a very basic train bow. So if I spent more time on that, I could probably do a lot more with it. I would try to get the crescent to go all the way around. But hopefully that works on both. Oh, I can make it work on both sides. Should we try and make it work on both sides? Hold on. Options, projection. Let's have a look at that. Confirm. South over. There you go. It's on both sides. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's a basic train bow, which worked out quite nicely. Is this my main job for the company? No, it's not. So when I first started, I'm actually the community manager at Dovetail. And when I first started, nobody was overly confident with the Livery Designer. So Sam tasked me with learning how to use it. And the more I've practiced with it, the more confident I've got with it. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm no absolute expert. But I can usually get it to do roughly what I want it to do. What's it? I have a question that's nothing to do with the Livery editor. Are there any plans to design the scenario editor in a similar way? So I don't have any answers for anything like that on this stream. It is predominantly the answers I'll have will be to do with the Livery Designer. Can you use keyboard and mouse on PS4 Livery Designer, and if so, are they the same controls? So I don't think you actually have keyboard support on the PlayStation as far as I'm aware. But what I will do is actually, before I give it a play on the actual game, we'll do the end carriage similar to this one, but I'll plug my controller in and hopefully everything will work. Oh, keyboard yes, mouse no. There you go. So if it's keyboard, the keyboard controls should be the same. In theory, for this, the controller, like the PlayStation controller or your Xbox controller, should actually be simpler, easier. We'll just use the word easier. But yeah, right, let's put this on the front. Let's group it together. TTG. And copy, edit. I've completely forgotten how to get it to the change side. Front. Oh no. I know. Ungroup. Pick you. Think. There we go. Now I've got it on the front as well. Is it on the other side? Did I put it on the other side? No, I didn't. I project it to the other side. I'll project it to the other side as well. Place, you, edit, options, projection. Oh, the letters are going to be the wrong way around. That's why I didn't project it. place. Okay, I've projected it to the other side, but obviously the letters are backwards. Right, let me plug in my controller, see if this will work. This could all go horribly wrong. Back. So I'm going to save it. See how this goes. Hopefully the controller will work, and hopefully it won't try and mess up the microphone settings. Okay. Okay, so I'm using the controller. Okay, we're using the controller. Sweet. Just want to make sure everybody can hear me and like my controller isn't trying to take control of everything. Ooh, okay. Zooming in and out is interesting. So that's how you go along the side. Oh. In case anybody's wondering why we're randomly spinning around, it's because I'm really trying to figure out how the controller works. Okay. This is gonna end really well. Alright, this is not easy. Oh, there we go. That's how you zoom out. Okay. So for anybody wondering, let's put this. R2, L2. So L2 zooms out, R2 zooms in. The left joystick moves me left and right. The right one moves me around. How I slow that down, I have absolutely no idea. I use the arrow keys to go up and down for the paint, the layers. And then the right R1 and L1 to go between carriages. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is get what's on this carriage here. Let's go around over to the other carriage at the back is the plan. So let's take the front. I'm going to group things. Why? Okay. The one thing I will say is that I think it's using Xbox commands at the moment instead of PlayStation, which is rather confusing. Not sure how to change that. That's something I'll have to figure out. So copy, left. And then I want it on this one. Okay, we're getting there. And then go back. Oh, did I not copy all my layers over? Oh, rats. Which one did I should have grouped this one with it, shouldn't I? Silly me. Alright, let's ungroup it. Let's group that. Oh, I have to move it all. Let's cancel the selections then. Let's group these ones. Can I group them? Why can I not group you? Why won't you let me group you? Not sure why. Alright, well I'll move this anyway for the time being. This car. Let's see. Yeah, I think I need to practice with the controller a bit more, because I'm not confident with it. But I'll get there. Right, let's go. Copy this car. Oh, I realised why I projected it, didn't I? I couldn't layer it. It was, gosh, I forgot how I did everything. And let's go back. Layers. This one. Copy. Oh yeah. Copy to this car. Back. It's quite hard to get my head around. Let's give it a go. This one's group it together with this and this and this and this. Group and then there we go. And then back. Let's see what happens if I zoom out. Ooh. Okay, so that's that side. And then if we have a look at the other ones, is that the other side? That looks alright. So there you go. I will definitely play around with the controller. Maybe the next time I'll try and do one completely with the controller. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. Obviously, the middle carriages are far from perfect. I might just move the doors because I don't think I can play it with the doors in the wrong place like that. And then I'll just show you how to play it on the actual game, if I can figure it out myself. So let's give it a go. So I'm just going to unplug the controller for now. But yeah, next time, the next stream, I'll definitely do it on the controller, and I'll have a bit of a mess around with it between now and then. See how it works. Right, let's just edit that, because they are, there we go, that's better, isn't it? Place, and then let's go to the next one. Sometimes when you copy it, it doesn't go exactly where it is. I assume it's because it's different dimensions and stuff. Let's go control. Alright. Sweet. And then, okay. So I'll save it. And I'm gonna leave. Which route is the 377? Back. Switch route. Is it 377 isn't southeastern, is it? Is it? I thought it was. Yeah, I was going to say. I thought it was East Coast way. Why can't I use company logos that I've licensed already? So it could be. So say I went and a good example would be, say, the London Underground logo. If I went and put it on something like an F7 on Clinchfield, oh, don't want to do the introduction. I could upset the people at the London Underground, or I could upset the people at Clinchfield because they don't want somebody else's logo on their stuff. So that's why I can't do it. Don't want to upset anybody. Alright, tool. I don't want tools. I want to explore timetable. So my little thing is here. Look at it in all its glory. And we'll do spring clear. Continue. And then you can put it on any of the timetable surfaces, which is great. I'm not going to play it for very long. Just going to demonstrate how it looks. Probably fail to get the train moving, knowing me. But yeah. Well, we could be overthinking it, and there's every chance that the other companies wouldn't be upset with us using their logos, but we really don't want to risk it. And if we're trying to build relationships with other brands as well, we don't want them to see us sort of taking advantage of the ability to use their logos and things like that. Better to be safe than sorry, basically. So there it is. Isn't it pretty? With its upside down. Let's go to the other side so we can see it the correct way. I must say, I quite like the train, but it ended up looking alright. And then I can go over here. And we can see it from the other side as well. So there you go. That is how you use it once you've done it. There's a rainbow on it because it was requested for a rainbow at the beginning. So I promised everybody I would create a rainbow for them. But yeah. There you go. So that's probably going to be it for tonight's stream. Like I said, next time I will practice using the controller. So we can go through a bit more of that. I'll try and get it to turn up with the PlayStation buttons, because I think it has done it before. I think it's just because I've been playing a game that's tailored to Xbox, so hopefully I can get it to tailor to PlayStation. If you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see, or liveries you'd like to see me sort of recreate but in different colours, please do go over to the forums. There is a stickied suggestion thread. I'm sure the mods will put it in the chat for us now, because they're great. And yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I'll give it a try. But I hope this was fun for everybody. I do enjoy these streams. So yeah, I'll see you all on Wednesday, because I'm joining Jamie for Workshop Wednesday this week. So have a lovely day, lovely evening, and have a nice day tomorrow, and I'll see you all again on Wednesday. Bye everyone.